We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to Gabbing
Gabbing
with Gracie.
and Heather.
So today, even though we're getting into warmer weather, I just really felt like I needed hot chocolate. So
I don't blame you
I
one
have
bit.
some hot chocolate with a little bit of Bailey's in it.
I should have done that. I'm having wine. We've kind of like fallen off this weight loss cooking, especially now with this move, and just drinking more instead of
I
less.
don't blame you. Moving is stressful.
It is, and everything that comes with it.
And you know what? You got to drink the wine so you don't have to move it.
That is true, but we do have a week and change until we move, and we're going to be on vacation. So anytime we're like on vacation, it gives us free reign to be like, oh, we can have a little bit more because we don't have to work tomorrow, or
Okay.
we should be able to have some because we're going to not be working tomorrow.
What kind
Let's
of
see.
wine do you have?
I have the Ercole, which I've had before.
Yeah, you've definitely had that one before.
Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes it's just easier to get the same thing.
Tonight we are going back to Supernatural. We have reached season 5, and I
Mhm.
believe the last episode that we discussed was episode 5. Is that correct? Is that your
That is
memory?
correct.
Okay. So we are going to start with episode 6 and go from there, and we'll see how many episodes we get through tonight. And so episode 6 is called I Believe the Children Are the Future, and it takes place in Nebraska in two different towns. One is Alliance and one is Elk Creek. And the summary is Sam and Dean investigate a series of murders that resemble fairy tales and urban legends. The brothers track down an 11-year-old boy that Castiel deems a serious threat.
And I did not see anyone who resembled someone super duper famous. So
Yeah, I thought that Jimmy looked very familiar to me, but then when I looked it up, he was like literally in like one other thing that I had never seen. So he must just look like a kid that looks like somebody.
probably, yeah. A lot of people have that face.
Yeah. And so if people don't remember, Jimmy is the kid that puts itching powder on his babysitter Amber's head.
Backtrack. I take it back, Heather.
Okay.
There is someone who does look familiar. Julia, played by Ever Carradine, and she stars in Handmaid's Tale as Naomi Putnam. She was in 23 episodes. She's been in Runaways. So this is somebody who is a character actor. Major
Okay.
Crimes. So not
Julia
bad.
is the mom, right? The birth mother.
Yes.
Okay. I did watch some of The Handmaid's Tale, but it sounds like,
I know exactly who she is. Now that saw Handmaid's Tale, I know exactly who she is.
what's her
Sh
name again? Julie Putman?
Her name on the show on Supernatural,
No, like
or
in real life.
her real name is Ever Carradine, and on The Handmaid's Tale, she is Naomi Putnam. I think
Okay.
she's the one that she doesn't have. Oh no, I'm confusing her with somebody else. Shoot. But she is in Handmaid's Tale, but I keep thinking she's the one that has the eye patch. I don't think she has the eye patch.
Yeah, let me look up what she looks like. Oh my
Mm-hmm,
gosh. I'm
mm-hmm,
an
mm-hmm,
idiot.
mm-hmm. She was in Commander in Chief, Eureka,
Why
Lucky,
did
Once and Again. So she's been in quite a bit of a few things here. Party of Five.
she is
Her dad is Robert Carradine. Revenge of the Nerds.
oh.
He's one of the nerds. The one with the glasses.
Oh, okay.
That's her dad. Isn't that crazy?
I'm not 100% sure, but she is one of what I would call a gender traitor on The Handmaid's Tale, but like they have that term gender traitor, and that means that you're gay. She is one of the women who are married to the men in power. So if you see like they wear like a greenish blue
Yeah.
outfit, she's one of those people. I think, and that's what I'm not sure about, I think she's the one who the the handmaid with the eye patch
Mhm.
was her handmaid.
Okay. I can't remember. After a while, I couldn't watch that anymore.
Yeah, so I think she's the one that was like that handmaid was at that family for a time period. Because yeah, I'm trying to remember because I think she loses her eye because she has the baby and then she tries to take the baby or something because Naomi, it ends up it's her baby in quotes because
Right.
the handmaid doesn't actually get to keep their baby
Right.
after being forcibly raped in a ceremony every single month for God knows how many months. It's such a messed up show.
It's a very messed up show.
Well, I'm glad that you realized. I don't know where you want to start, but one thing I want to ask you before I forget. So this show focuses around Jesse, who we find out is this is jumping to the towards the end, but we find out that he's adopted and that his mother is human. His he was a virgin birth, and his father is a demon. The demon possessed his mother Julie and possessed her for the entire time she was pregnant and during the birth, and then she was super badass and was able to fight back against him. So good for her.
Hmm.
So we find out he's this very powerful being and that he is terrifying to the angels, and so the angels want him dead and everything. And he ends up just like piecing out, which I was like, good for him. Like he's like hopefully in Australia living his best life.
Right.
Do you remember if he comes back later? I
I
feel
do
like he
not.
does.
I do not. And of course, I can't write this down because Google has shut me down because I have taken up too much space.
I can add it to the list.
Is it my list or is it our list?
It's our list because I
Oh,
think you have it on,
okay,
let me
good.
double check. I think you have it on our shared drive.
I'm on a new computer. It's been me and computers for the past 2 weeks. We've been going through a lot of things, and so I will have to log into our account
Because I feel like
later.
I've seen it, but where is it? Hold on.
Mhm.
Google's being weird.
Google is always weird.
Oh, yeah, you have it here.
And this is season 5, episode 6, just so that we have reference.
Okay. So that's at it. And that's fun because actually, now that I'm looking at this, so that's our seventh question that we have. Question number one, we actually got a resolution because it was about the Croton demon virus testing
Mm.
on Sam and stuff. And so we saw that last season get resolved. So now we know, now we just have these six other things, I think. Yeah. Oh God, I forgot about Bella and her dealer.
I guess we'll never find out about that. I feel like, well, no, I mean, we don't need to know, but we wanted to know whose Bella dealer was.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
it's
might find out.
maybe it's Crowley.
Oh, maybe. Oh, one thing we should keep a notice of is do we notice Dean has a fear of dogs after he goes to hell starting in season 4 when he comes back? So we have to kind of keep a lookout to see if like
Yeah,
he starts
yeah.
to have a fear of dogs. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier and I was just like, oh, I want like I feel like we might see him, but I couldn't remember the context. So hopefully we see him come back and play some sort of part.
See,
But I did love that Cass got turned into an action figure.
yeah, why not? He was, rightfully scared, poor little
Yeah.
kid.
I know,
And
I would he could have just
I,
smited him.
yeah, I get the angels, right? They're afraid. This kid who has all this power. It's always a little kid, isn't it? Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting that the angels who seem like they're all powerful fear things, and when they do, they just immediately go to, we have to kill it.
Yeah,
Like
there's no
there's
other
no like
resolution.
question of like, let's look into this, let's have a conversation. It's
Hmm.
like kill, kill, kill.
Yeah, act first and then question.
Yeah. All right. This was like a terrifying episode, but also had like some funny moments. Like when I saw the Tooth Fairy, I was like, oh, I remember this Tooth Fairy because he was so like comical looking.
Me too.
I didn't remember the part where he rips the teeth out of the father, or at least one tooth. I don't know how many
No, I
teeth.
just remember him hovering over the dad, the person, whoever,
The
being
little girl
like,
was super smart. She wasn't playing. She was like, I don't want this tooth in my room.
no, thank you. I
And
don't
it's a
need it.
good thing she did because otherwise that tooth fairy would have got her.
I wonder because it's a kid doing it if he would have harmed a kid. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because they didn't really go into exactly what the incorrect fear of the tooth fairy was, like they did with the others. Like with the Joy
maybe
Buzzer, Jesse said like, "Oh, that will electrocute you. Pop rocks and soda will put you in the hospital."
maybe just being afraid of the dentist, anesthesia, not waking up. I don't know. I don't know. A lot
Uh,
of people don't like to go to the dentist, so
yeah, that's true. Every time I think about the itching powder, I start itching. Oh my God, I'm so itchy right now.
stop it.
But yeah, he says like, oh, itching powder will cause you to itch your brains out. And so that was so unexpected. Also, Jimmy's dad like shows up and sees the blood and stuff. I would have thought like as a parent, he would have immediately like screamed his kid's name and gone to check to see if his kid was okay, but he screams his
Hmm.
wife's name. I don't know. I'm not a parent and I've never
I
been in that situation.
guess he just freaked out. Like, "Oh my God," like, I'm in a panic. Let me get my wife to take care of things like she always does.
Yeah, that's true. Because I would have been like, oh my God, the babysitter's dead. Is my kid dead?
Right.
But we maybe he like
Or
screams
at
and then
least
runs
just a
to go check.
simple scream instead of screaming for the wife's name.
Yeah, that's really talking about the dynamic of those two. But
Yes.
maybe he screamed her name and then ran upstairs to the kids' room or something.
Maybe. I would think so.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
We'll never ever know.
Oh, there was also the guy that we didn't see, but the frozen face. I did, that was like a whole thing with your face will freeze like that.
I
And these
remember
were
being
people
told,
our age.
yeah, you're gonna stay like that.
Wasn't there a movie that actually like was in as well from the 80s?
I thought, you know what? That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Here I go.
For the youngins in the crowd.
80s
When
movie.
back in the 80s, that was a thing that they said that if you made like an exaggerated like extreme face, like use your fingers to pull your mouth open and like open your eyes up really loud and stuff like that, it was like an urban legend that if somebody smacked you on
One Crazy Summer?
that's it, one crazy summer. But like if
Whoa, blast
somebody
from the
smacked
past.
you on the back while you were making that face, your face would freeze that way.
Hmm. Saying it's One Crazy Summer, but let's, oh yeah, it is. It is. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Now,
gosh.
now I want to rewatch that movie. Maybe
Today's
we just
not
don't
the
have a
day.
whole lot to say about this episode.
No.
I feel like this episode was, that's why I think that Jesse comes back, because I feel like this episode is
Well, to
setting
be fair, the
something
kid
up.
does look a little bit familiar. Maybe I should, hello, look
Like,
and
I can't
see.
imagine him not coming up. I don't understand the purpose of this episode if he doesn't. Because it's not necessarily a filler episode. I wouldn't call it a filler episode.
Let me see if it says that he comes back at all. Nope, just one episode.
Because we're also in, this is so weird because we're also in season 5, which was supposed to be the end of the show. So it's like,
But it doesn't mean that they can't go back and revisit, you know?
do you think he maybe comes back this season?
As it says he's only appeared the actor in one episode. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I think maybe it's just this time just to showcase what the demons can do, how manipulative they are. It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, maybe I'm reading into it too much because I really don't. I mean, yeah, that could be a reason. I feel in my bones that there's got to be some kind of connection that I'm just not grasping at yet. Because just because that actor doesn't come back doesn't mean the character doesn't.
That is true.
He's all powerful. Why wouldn't he be able to change his appearance?
That is true. Okay, we'll keep our
So,
minds open.
yeah, we'll see. Did you have anything else about this episode, like anything that you particularly liked or
Um,
didn't like or took note of?
no, not really. I just think that it was just sad that this poor kid is given this choice at such a young age as to what to do. And he just decides to live his life elsewhere.
Yeah, because he's probably like 12.
I think
He's
he's
not,
younger. Here we go. I think he's younger than that.
but how much younger could he be?
I don't know.
He's not like
To
5.
me, no. To me, he looks like he's like 8 because he has
You
such a
think he
young
looks so young?
face. He has such a young face. Well, let's not get into age. You know we're bad. He is a kid, and he shouldn't have that much responsibility on
I
him.
need to go back and watch the episode because they do say his birth date.
Oh, they do? Oh, damn.
Yeah, because when
Okay.
they go to see Julia, she says, I don't have a son. And then they say, you didn't give birth on such and such a date. And that's when she like breaks. One thing I thought was interesting is she threw salt at them and goes, you're not a demon. You're not demons. And I
Mhm.
was like, oh, I didn't realize throwing salt on a demon would cause an like a reaction.
Well, I mean, the whole point is they can't touch it, so they can't crawl. So I guess it would make sense. I mean, I never thought about it that way, but it makes sense because they're putting salt. I've never seen a demon try to touch the salt.
But does salt impact like can if you salt a house, a demon can't go through it? I know a ghost can't.
A demon can't go through it.
I thought you had to put markers on the house to hide yourself from the demons. I'm
And
probably
the
just missing that aspect. I'm gonna have to look into it.
like, and just having watched the last of what we're going to talk about, it that they salted the hardware store from the Hellhounds. I just skipped to it. And they use
But
salt.
they opened the door. Did they kick the salt?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably just like not
Now you're
making the
making me second
connection.
guess myself because don't they use like guns with salt in it to like
But that's
shoot
all
at the
for ghosts,
demons?
isn't it?
Okay, let's just look this up. Does Sam and Dean use salt for demons to battle
Just
demons?
always associate the salt with the ghost.
Because they always have salt on them.
I
I mean,
also love that
obviously,
you think we're gonna get to that episode you referenced.
oh gosh, I know we're being really bad today. Okay, yes, Sam and Dean's use salt to fight demons. This is the AI overview. Specifically demons in corporeal forms, like human hosts or hellhounds.
Okay.
They use salt to create barriers by drawing lines on the ground or applying it to doors and windows. Salt doesn't work against ghosts or spirits, which
Oh,
require a more specific ritual like a salt circle. I thought they did use it for ghosts also, but I guess not.
well, they do, but maybe you just have to make sure the whole room is
But they
surrounded.
have, yeah, no, they have to make sure anything that has a crevice, like an opening, is
Yeah. So,
salted.
okay, so they use it for both because we know from previous episodes they specifically use it for ghosts because if they shoot a ghost with salt, they disappear for a short time. And then we're gonna see in a few episodes that they're gonna keep people safe in an entire room by they must do salt around the whole perimeter of the room. I was thinking they just
Mhm.
had it at the door, but they must do it around the whole perimeter, which makes sense because a ghost can just walk through a wall.
Right.
All right. So that was me just being silly then because my
That's okay.
brain just was thinking that the salt was always for ghosts.
That's okay. No problem. No problem.
Oh, I did make note that I felt like the end of this episode was really rushed.
You did? I'm trying to recall if I
Because
felt
it was
anything.
like they told him everything and he was thinking about whether he wanted to bring his parents or not. And
Hmm.
then the last scene was them going into the bedroom, seeing he was gone. And then Cash just shows up and is like, yeah, he fixed everybody that's still alive and peace out. And so it just like felt like a very rushed end. I also made note that, sorry, I'm trying to read my handwriting that when the part when Cass wants to kill Jesse, he's half human, half demon. And then I wrote down Cambion or Katako,
Hmm.
Antichrist, Bible wrong, not Lucifer's son. What
Wait,
the hell
what?
am I talking about?
What?
Hold on, I need to go back to that scene.
Gosh.
Okay, Cass says he's half demon, half human, way more powerful than either. Other cultures call it Cambio or Kataken.
Okay.
Kateko. Kateko.
That's what you were trying to write?
Yeah, hold on. Oh, you know him as the Antichrist. So Cass is saying he is the
Mm.
Antichrist.
Okay.
I just rewatched this episode this morning and I totally missed that.
Well, you know me. I totally miss everything. So
I guess that's the purpose of this episode is to set up the idea of the Antichrist. Glad I looked at my notes again.
for
Gracie totally just made
you.
a face at that, by the way.
About what?
When I said that it's supposed to set up him as the Antichrist.
Oh,
Maybe
like
it was
right
just
now, I
coincidental.
was just stretching my leg. My
Okay.
knee is
The
like, what
timing
are
was
you doing?
perfect.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see what happens because I have watched I think I'm up to like episode 12 or something like that.
Oh, you're good.
But there's a lot more episodes in this season. So maybe,
I I think I told you, right? Like I have not been doing well with maybe like the past few days, but I was going to sleep early. Like I was tired, but not like fatigued, like that tired, like peri peri. I was just tired and I was just going to sleep early.
all emotionally exhausted.
Right?
Maybe that has to do with it. But
For
anyway,
real.
yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye out and see what happens with this. So now I think it's a setup to something that's going to happen later in this season, maybe.
We shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But do you want to go on to episode 7?
sure.
Episode 7 is The Curious Case of Dean Winchester. Takes place in Chicago, Illinois, and the summary is Sam and Dean learn that a witch is running a poker game where the currency is life years versus money. Dean tries to intervene when Bobby starts losing the game.
I think it's such a like simple synopsis for a
Yes.
very, I don't want to say intense, but I guess intense
Yeah, it was kind
episode.
of intense, but this was like, I wonder if this was like a fun mix up for them because our boy Jensen is not in this episode very much.
No, he's not. Takes a little backseat.
And do you want to say who he takes the backseat to and if there's anyone else that looks familiar?
He takes a backseat to Chad Everett, and he is a character actor. And RIP, he passed away in 2012. He starred in, let me see, what can I point out that is actually Mulholland Drive, Touched by an Angel, McKenna. Like these are like he's like in everything, I feel like. And I can't pinpoint the Love Boat. He was in 2 episodes. The Rousers. Now we're going into the 80s. This man was born in 1937. So he was working up until the end. I don't know what to say. Medical Center is the show that he was on the most. 170 episodes. He starred in that.
Oh, wow.
He's been
Was
in,
that
it's
like the
just,
ER before the ER?
I have no idea. I have
I bet it was.
no
I
idea.
will say that I just recently watched or listened to a podcast about Mulholland Drive, and I've been wanting to rewatch it.
I remember it being a good movie, but I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was about. And you are correct. It is about a television show located in Los Angeles, California area. The medical center was an otherwise unnamed hospital complex that was part of a larger university campus.
Okay.
Fascinating. Okay. I feel like leaving that on. It's so funny because my mom and I were at the new apartment yesterday and we were talking to the super and a friend of his who's a super, just random. And she like was talking about how, oh, the Medican Center. And I'm like, Mommy, it's not called that anymore. They don't know what you're talking about. I showed her age. She was like, what is it called now? And then I couldn't tell her what it was called. I was like, New York Presbyterian, I think. I don't know. Hospital on 168. Oh Lord.
They change the names of these things and throw us off.
They sure do. For what purpose? I don't know. But let's just say he is a character actor and he is playing an older Dean Winchester. I just wanted to point that out.
50 years older.
And still looking hot.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A sexy older Dean Winchester with sciatica.
Oh my God, yes.
He was such a little whiny bitch about every little ache and pain.
Like
Because
he
he
couldn't
went from
eat
like,
anything too because he got
yeah,
heartburn, right?
yeah, he like went from like being young to like being old. So he didn't have that transition that we all have.
Oh God. I think that transition or no transition is just freaking hard,
Yeah. But can
period.
you imagine all of those things all at once?
Girl.
That would be rough.
Mm-mm. Don't want it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Don't need it.
And Bobby has zero sympathy, which is really funny.
He knows how it is.
Also, Bobby still looked pretty good when he aged 25 years. Like, I was like, how old is Bobby supposed to be in real life?
He looks like he hasn't aged at all.
They gave him some like delicate little wrinkles around his eyes and
Oh,
like when he aged up 25 years. I was like, is that what you're doing?
oh
Give him some delicate little wrinkles around his eyes.
my gosh. Meanwhile, Dean is like,
Cena's like about to like drop dead from walking up 37 flights of stairs.
to be fair, I think anyone would probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I would
anyone.
never have made it up 37 flights
No,
of stairs.
no way, Jose.
And
It like
digging one grave, as Bobby says, one little grave.
reminds me of going down a lot of flights of steps. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't imagine going up all of these flights of steps, all these
Well, even
flights. I
going
can't even talk.
down, that would be rough on your
Yeah,
knee,
it is.
which a young person wouldn't think about that.
Where where was I? What was I doing? Jeez, it'll come back to me later. Another person who looked a little bit familiar was Hal Olson. I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing the last name correctly. He played Patrick,
Oh yeah, he
and
looks familiar to me.
yeah, but he like has been in. I don't know. The Guardians of Justice Will Save You. That's 7 episodes. And CIS New Orleans. But I Jessica Jones, he was starred in that as Griffin Sinclair, and I'm like, that name sounds familiar, but I need to like see a picture in order to try to remember.
Was it like one episode?
He starred in 6 episodes. I'm not telling
Oh.
you no 1 episode. You have to star in 6 episodes or more if you want me to say your name. It's just
Gracie's
too
not
many
playing
shows.
around.
No, no, no. And he did star in, and maybe this is another one, but I didn't watch it until the end. Dawson's Creek.
Oh, that was so long ago too.
I know. He was also in Kyle XY, which I did see. I think that this was, like I said, a pretty intense episode. And I say it because of Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby really
Yeah.
was like had some sad moments where it was coming out that he was really struggling with his ability to not be able to walk anymore. And then the other piece of that was the Patrick, I forget her name, his girlfriend. Do I have it written down? I think I have it written down somewhere.
Patrick's girlfriend. Sorry, I got distracted by the next episode.
Yeah.
Leah.
Yeah. Like when she
Escalante.
chose her necklace with her daughter, that was like a bit heartbreaking.
Yeah. Trying to see if she looks familiar. When the Heart Calls. Okay, girl.
All right. I never
She's
watched any of those, but
probably
they're
in
familiar.
it looks like she's in a lot of.
So I wrote down that Patrick is 35. I don't know. They must say it at some point. Or maybe they say about 35.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably it. I think the guy, that asshole who gets young and like just is his wife,
Mm.
I think he says that Patrick is about 35 and Irish.
Is he
That he has an Irish accent, he says.
interesting?
And
Okay.
he does.
I was just more like feeling down on Bobby. 'Cause He's
Yeah, I
just
think that was the
he's
main thing of this episode.
I have to say, even though this is episode 6, and I understand that we have to like keep it moving, but there's not a lot of focus on Bobby and what he's going through. We just get bits and pieces here and there,
Mhm.
and which makes me sad because I wish he
I,
had somebody
yeah.
there to be with him to talk to.
I like that he was in this episode, but they had to like he had to throw himself in the episode. Like they didn't ask him to come.
Hmm.
They want to use him for his knowledge, and meanwhile he's just stuck at home sitting in a chair,
Yeah.
not being able to do anything that he normally can do. So so he drives his ass over there.
He like knew what was going on, so he wanted a piece of that action.
Yeah. I did take note that he was driving with them as well. And I was surprised that Dean didn't like insist on him driving, but maybe they had to take his accessible car. Maybe the Impala is not conducive to Bobby being in it.
Maybe.
So, but I was like kind of happy he was driving. Like I was like, good for them for showing him driving. Would have been cool if they would have shown the way the car was adapted so he could drive, because I find
Yeah.
that fascinating.
How would, well, I forget. They have fake credit cards. Wait, how would he have paid for that to be updated?
Well, he has a business too. He has a junkyard.
Hello, Gracie. Got a clue. I
So,
forgot about that junkyard because we
and you
don't
know
see
what?
it often.
He has a junkyard. He might have been able to even rig something himself. That would have been cool
Mm-hmm.
because transforming the cars to make them accessible is very expensive.
Yeah, he
So,
probably rigged it.
because like I have a friend that I've driven her car, and so like basically it has on the, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but on the steering wheel, like you know how like there's the turn signals and everything, they have
Yeah.
this extra piece that has like controls for the brake and the gas, and it basically is like a pole, like poles that go down
Hmm.
and hit the pedals. So like you
Okay.
control it and it goes up and down and stuff. So like I could drive her car without even using that part, and it would drive like any other car. But like
Okay.
she could control it with her hands. And so I could see them being like savvy enough that they would be able to rig something up like that.
They sure can.
Now I will say that car I drove was years ago, so they might have it set up differently now.
Things do advance.
Yeah. But it was basic enough, but complicated enough that like it's expensive to have it be put in your vehicle. But I could see like them like being able to figure something out themselves,
I I agree.
because like they are very like mechanically inclined and stuff like that.
Mm. They
So
know how to take care of their own.
yeah. Oh,
Mm.
I also thought it was just like funny because they like to throw in like current events, and Bobby jokingly calls Dean John McCain. So I thought that was funny.
They're 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 good with that. I missed it, or maybe I didn't miss it. I just don't remember, but
Yeah.
they're good with that. It makes me wonder, like really, like what the talks were about in the writers' room
Oh yeah, because I mean, there's enough old politicians that they could have
referred to.
referred to anyone, but John McCain was the big person at the time. Because I think that was around, like, I can't remember what year. What year would this have been?
Let's see.
2008.
Just looking thing. This came out in 2009. So it was
Okay.
written about maybe early 2009.
So it would have been like post McCain and Palin running for president. And I
Oh,
do remember there was a Sarah Palin reference, I think, last year
yes.
when Jean goes into the future.
Yes.
But those are just kind of like fun little things. But they do end this episode with Dean and Bobby having a heart to heart about Bobby feeling useless.
It's sad for someone who is accustomed to being independent, doing this, doing that, and just he's a stubborn old man. It's
And with this situation, it happened overnight. He was injured. But I was about to say, this is very much an older man type of thing, too. And some women. But like, I feel like this is probably a situation that happens more with men than women, where you value yourself by how useful you are. And as you get older and you see yourself as not being as physically useful, that becomes a problem. And it's like, I would look at someone and be like, well, you physically aren't able to do certain things, but you have the history and the knowledge base and like the wisdom to be able to still pass on that knowledge and things like that. So like that's a very useful thing. Where like Bobby's thinking like he's not thinking along those lines. Like Bobby is their Google. Like when they don't
yes.
know something, they immediately go to
Yeah.
Bobby. And he has that knowledge. And so he's not seeing himself as being useful in that manner, where
And
other people
also
will still find him very useful.
he's a father figure.
Yeah. Ugh. And as our fathers get older, or our parents in general get older, the struggle of seeing them in a different light and how they, I
Mm,
mean, going back to how they see themselves.
yeah.
It was, and so I like the, how you said it was intense. It was very intense with respect to that. But that's really all I have for that episode. Do you have anything else for that
I do
one?
not.
It was
Not.
a good episode. It was fun.
It was because of Dean.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were
Dean.
mixing up. Dean not being able to eat cheeseburgers and
He
pie.
got got heartburn, acid reflux, whatever it was, he got it. It was so sad.
And also, I remember the first time I got heartburn, I thought I was dying. Like, I remember I called my dad and I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack. I was living in New York at the time, and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I like described to him everything, and he cackled. He like laughed so hard at me. And
Dad?
why is this funny? Like, I think I'm dying.
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
you have heartburn.
Burn, baby, burn. Woo. Do, 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 do. Woo. Oh my gosh.
Now we would
That's
probably be having a heart attack and think like, oh, it's just heartburn or something like that. Oh, the struggles. Anyway, I don't have anything else for this episode. Do you?
I do.
Okay. Episode 8. Look at us. We're very distracted, but we're
We're
plugging
very
along.
distracted and I'm like getting sleepy, but I'm gonna pull through this.
Okay. So
Okay.
episode 8 is Changing Channels, and it takes place in Wellington, Ohio. Dean and Sam are thrown into an alternative universe by Trickster where they are characters in different TV shows. This was a really fun episode.
And he's back.
He's so back. Was there anyone other than the Trickster that
Dr. Sexy looked familiar, so let me have a look there. His
the
name
Japanese
is,
host also looked familiar, but I have no idea. Probably
oh,
because of this
really?
episode.
Oh, probably, yeah. Character is played by Steve Bassick, Dr. Sexy. He's been in Virgin River.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's only 8 episodes. It could be recent episodes.
Oh, I wonder if he's the one guy I'm thinking of. I
Wait, you
watched
want
the,
the name? Wes?
yeah,
Wes?
I'm trying to remember. I watched the first few seasons with my mom, and then I stopped watching it when she passed. There's this character that might be named West, who was the ex-husband of someone in town
Mm.
that was like she was hiding from him,
Oh,
and he ends up coming into town
okay.
to find her. I'm wondering if he's that character. Anybody who watches Virgin River? Am I am I way off? It's the woman that has the kid. I don't remember her name. It's been
I've
so long.
I have not seen Virgin River at
Yeah,
all.
because I know I saw the first season. I think I saw the second season. Yeah, I saw the second season.
It's just a person who is a character actor. I think to me he looks a little bit like what's the name of that guy? Um, oh my gosh. He's in like these T-Mobile commercials now, British. He was in the Netflix Marvel show. Oh my gosh. I want to
Netflix
go.
Marvel show?
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go down a whole like okay, here we go. Here we go. Gracie is going to do okay, Love Actually. Boom.
Sometimes you got to go this way.
I'm going like really like far deep into this, and it's just to get the name of the freaking guy that he looks like. It's not even him. Andrew Lincoln. Okay. I want to say Breaking Bad so badly. Walking Dead. I love how my freaking brain works.
Oh, the best friend that dies in season one.
Yes.
Although, could he
It does
really be the best
not.
friend?
Come on. He didn't know that he was alive.
I don't
Oh,
know.
you don't think so? Okay, this is an interesting
I'd have
conversation
to go
right
back
now.
and rewatch. I didn't like him.
This is an interesting conversation. Cause
Doesn't he
really?
try to kill him?
Oh, that I don't remember.
Yeah, I'd have to rewatch.
That I don't
I just might
remember.
be a hater.
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so hard now because it was the first two seasons he was in.
He was definitely in the first season.
Gosh, fucking shit. What is his name?
So the main guy is Rick. So let's see. He was his partner, right? Shane.
Shane.
Yeah,
Shane.
he was a police officer and best friends with the deputy.
What's the name of the guy?
The actor,
Yeah,
let me
I can't find him anywhere here. This is what I should have done. I should have
John Bernthal.
John
He's in a
Bertha.
lot of stuff.
He is, but he starred in, thank you. See, I couldn't even get that far. Lord have mercy. This is like insane that I have to do this just to say one itty bitty thing.
This is so funny. He might be the actor that I was like the other night trying to think of who he was because there was this video where this somebody was,
Ben Barnes.
huh?
He reminds me of Ben Barnes. I mind you, I had Ben stuck in my freaking head, but I was just like, no, that can't be his name.
I can
That's
kind
the
of see it.
character name. Okay, sorry everybody, I wasted
You
time.
can
You could
kind of
cut
see
that
it.
out, Heather.
Hold on a second though, because I have to see if I'm right. Yes. Oh my God, this is so funny. You helped me so much
Okay.
with this conversation. So Deborah Ann Wall, but I guess she's like really into D&D. There's a video where she is like talking to him,
Aren't they
real
in like,
ones,
huh?
real ones or something like that. But she
Deborah
teaches him
and
how to play Dungeons and Dragons. And it's a really fun video to like show like non D&D people what Dungeons and Dragons is like.
like she's like a real life person. I mean, my gosh, I'm sorry. She in real life is into Dungeons and Dragons.
I guess so.
She was born in 85. She's from Brooklyn. She starred in the show that you like had me watch one season and then I downloaded the second season and my computer got hacked.
Like she looks familiar, but I can't place her.
True Blood.
Oh, she was
And she's in
Jessica. Yeah.
Daredevil also. And she's in The Punisher. Go figure. Because she was in Daredevil. Okay.
I'm sending you the video, but I was like watching this video and I was like, who the fuck is this dude? I know him from somewhere. And I
I
could
have to.
not for the life of me figure out who he was. So your distraction really helped me.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Because that was yesterday.
So happy. Oh.
I sent you the link if you want to watch it. Because she's like, do you want to like learn how to play D&D? And he's like, I guess. I don't know what's happening right now.
Like you
And she
put
just
me
starts
in this
talking to
position.
him and asking him questions. And he's like answering the questions the best he can and stuff like that. And they basically get into like a whole, like they're playing D&D. And he doesn't even like realize it at first that they started playing D&D.
He got into it.
Because it's all about story building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, you're in the middle of the woods. You have a bow and arrow. You have, I forget what she said, like a machete and like a knife. on your belt, you hear a crackling. What do you do? And he's like, well, how far away is it? And she's like, okay, well, we have to look at your perception. Let me roll. And oh, you got a 12 plus, and you have plus three, so that means you have 16, so you have pretty good perception. So you're able to tell that the crackling is coming from
Okay.
about 20 feet away.
I just, yeah, you lost
So
me.
then, based off of that, he's like, okay, well, I pull my bow and arrow out and I turn. And then she says, like, oh, like you can hear it getting closer. And like all of a sudden you see eyes. And oh, it's an owlbear. What do you do? And it like squawks at you. What do you do? And he's like, well, do I know what an owlbear is? Like anything about them? And so then she goes into like, okay, we have to look at your history and we'll roll the dice and see like how much history you know and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
And so it's like he's basing his decisions off of like his skill sets.
Okay. That
So
makes
it's
sense.
a really approachable way to explain what D&D is to people.
Okay.
So it
I
was like an
just,
interesting video. But like the whole time I'm staring at him being like, I know
it
him, but
looks
I don't know
familiar.
who he is.
The whole point was to listen to what they're saying, not to get distracted by who he
Yeah.
is.
But anyway, so let's go in because we now have lost 15 minutes.
That happens.
All right.
That happens.
So episode 8.
I personally recognized, I thought I recognized him, but really just reminded me of somebody
Yeah.
else. And the Japanese talk show host, I mean, he starred 39 episodes in a show called Monster Beach. No
Monster Beach.
idea. iZombie. He did iZombie.
Oh,
Smallville. Excuse me, Man
Smallville?
in the High Castle.
Oh, so okay.
He was
I
a
know
principal.
I know Smallville and I know The Man in the High Castle. I've watched the whole seasons, all the seasons for both of
Okay.
those.
Oh, he
So
was in
that's why his
Heroes Reborn. Oh,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
that's why he looked familiar. Okay, so we have
Yeah.
somebody.
So I definitely know him from all that stuff. I was like, do I recognize him from something else or is it just because of this episode? Because it is a
Something else.
fun, memorable episode. But yeah, this one they have to basically, in order to try to talk to the trickster, they have to survive his games. And
They want his help, so they're
yeah,
going along with it.
well, Sam wants his help. Dean doesn't think that it's a good idea to talk to monsters
Um,
because they're thinking that Sam's thinking that Trickster can help them fight Lucifer. And
who's
it
in
was fun. They
nature?
had this supernatural sitcom with the comically large sandwich.
Yes. Well, as if Dean wouldn't try to eat it.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And they even had a theme song. Oh, and in the when they open, I forget who does it, but somebody opens the fridge, probably Dean. There is Smeat. It's like it looks like spam, but instead of saying spam, it's SMEAT.
I don't think I noticed that.
It's such a small thing, like it's sitting on the refrigerator shelf when they open the fridge, but it caught my eye, and I thought that was funny.
I enjoyed the opening theme song. It reminded
Yeah,
me of Full House.
yeah.
Do you think that might have been
I think that was probably the vibe.
okay? And like even the font looked like Full House.
Yeah, but it was fun. So yeah, they had the sitcom, they had the Japanese Nutcracker, poor Sam, and then they had the Dr. Sexy MD
Ooh, yeah.
and the police procedural, which that cracked me up because Dean was like, "I'm wearing sunglasses at night." Like, who knew that Dean would be so aggressive towards the crime procedurals?
Yeah, when I was watching it, and I'm watching it again now, they were really great at
Yeah,
acting it out. I mean, they're actors, obviously, but they just
yeah.
spot on, spot on.
And when they had Knight Rider, where Sam was
Woo.
in Baby, but it was Kit. Kit. Yeah, Kit is the
Kit, yeah, Kit.
Knight Rider. I had to think for a moment there. So yeah, there was a lot of cool like throwback references and stuff like that. But the funniest part of the Dr. Sexy MD to me was, well, there were two things. I thought that the like super dramatic woman who was in love with Sam's character was fun. She was
Like,
so awesome.
are they really like that? Because I don't watch hospital procedurals like that, or at all, I should say. So
I don't think they're that bad, but they do have those types of characters. They were just going over the top with them for this. But
there
like,
was the scene with like the ghost patient or whatever
yeah,
that I
I
was just
think
like, oh, I know what that's about because I've like heard so much about it.
Oh, tell me what you thought it was about because I thought it was a throwback to Katherine Hagel's character on Grey's
Yes,
Anatomy.
yes,
Okay.
that. Mm-hmm.
Which wasn't that was Papa,
Yes,
Mr. Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
that's right.
that character.
That's right.
I watched the first season or two of Grey's Anatomy, so I got that.
You got that out of your system.
I got that character
I
at least because he dies in season one, I think. But I thought it was hilarious when like the reason that Dean realizes that Dr. Sexy is the trickster is because he's wearing white tennis shoes, and he
Oh.
goes, "The thing that makes Dr. Sexy sexy is that he wears cowboy boots." And
Yes.
Sam's like, "Yeah, you're not a fan." It's a guilty pleasure.
It's a guilty pleasure. What else is he going to do while they're on the road?
Yeah, exactly.
How is he catching up though? That's what I want to know. He needs to
Apparently,
make
and on the
sure
fly
that they're
too.
home or at the hotel on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock,
It's
10 o'clock,
probably
whatever.
not so plot based that he has to watch every episode, but like the fact that this season or this episode is when the one time that like Sam catches him watching it, because at the beginning he comes in and he's like, "What are you watching?" And he's like, "Oh, nothing."
Acting like as if
He never
it's
seen it
something,
before.
yeah, whatever. My throat is like going. What the heck?
Well,
Do I sound sexy?
you sound like Dr. Sexy. Not really,
No, I
but
don't believe it one bit. Oh my
so
gosh.
we're almost done. I thought that the setup to them coming to this town was also fun. Not like fun because somebody dies, but
Of course.
they did it in a fun way because they come to investigate a bear attack, and Mrs. Randall thinks that she, like who's the husband or the spouse of the guy that dies, she thought that she saw the Hulk come in and kill her
Mhm.
husband, but it was like not the Eric Bana or Edward Norton Hulk. It was the
Um,
Lou Ferrigno version. And I was like, I love these like old references.
yes,
Like it's
like
all about
not
like the 80s.
which makes sense because I'm sure they're all from
Yeah.
date or born around that time.
And he was a good Hulk. I do like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk.
I've never been a Hulk fan. I will say that. I
Well,
just
it
don't
would
get it.
be Lou Ferrigno, Mark Ruffalo, and then there's other Joker.
Eric Bana,
Eh, Edward Norton, nah.
I would no, definitely not. Mind you, I just said like I'm not into the Hulk, but I'm having opinions.
You can have opinions.
I
Yeah,
perhaps it shouldn't be
so
allowed when it comes to comic book heroes.
you can have an opinion. It's allowed. But yeah, so like with the just desserts type of idea of the Hulk killing a hothead because they find out this guy is a hothead, and then the fact that they find candy wrappers makes them realize that the trickster is the one in town.
Guys, these guys are smart. You can't take me
Yeah,
out there. I wouldn't think twice about it.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-mm.
But it was fun. So like, and Cass, this is like a red herring episode because Cass showing up, and I'm gonna say this without saying what we're gonna encounter later on. Cass shows up because I don't even think you've gotten that far either. Anyway, so you might not know what I'm gonna talk about. But Cass shows up twice and tries to pull them out of this
Mhm.
TV land. And he says they've been missing for days. So we also start to realize like they've been there for quite some time and they don't realize it. And so like Cass is not able to pull them out. He gets sent somewhere and then he gets sent again when he comes back to try to help them. And he makes some kind of comment about, oh, actually, this isn't really a spoiler. I realize we find out in this episode. The trickster shows up and he, so this is not a red herring. I'm going to like backtrack completely.
I was confused. I was like, "What's a what?" You didn't see me, but my face was like, "Huh? How is it?"
Yeah, I was thinking that the end of this episode happened in a different episode that we hadn't seen yet. This is what happens when you're going ahead of where we're talking about.
Girl, believe
Um,
me.
so yeah, so he Cass tries to come back again. The trickster comes. He like sends Cass somewhere. He's like he should be alive, maybe, because he's a trickster and he's got to like push everybody's envelopes. And Dean realizes that, or like Cass had said something like, "I don't understand how this person has this much power," or something like along those lines. I don't remember the exact phrasing. Do you?
I do not, but I feel like I can rewind to find out
Yeah.
because they have approached him and cornered
Uh,
him.
yeah, so it's something along those lines. Like he says, like, I don't understand where all this power is coming from. Like, who is like, what's going on? So you get like the vibe that Cass doesn't think that this is a trickster, or that a trickster shouldn't have this kind of power against an angel. So then the trickster also did something that made Dean think that he knows who Cass is. And so Dean realizes like he's not only a trickster, he's an angel. And so we find out that he is actually the angel Gabriel,
He's an
which,
archangel.
yeah, I totally forgot that the trickster ends up being an angel.
Me
Totally
too.
blocked that out.
Me too.
Like as soon
Um,
as they said Gabriel, I was like, oh
oh
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah. When they trapped him, I was like, wait a second. Isn't he an angel? And then boom, sure enough. But
Yeah.
I don't have what he said, but Dean said only someone, unless they're talking about their own family, that they can be talking like that angrily about it. So it would make sense that
Okay.
it's like
They're
an angel.
brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gabriel basically skipped out of heaven and became a trickster. And you're right, he is an archangel. And so basically he's like, I don't want to help you guys because this is like he talks about how like this is a situation with two brothers that love each other and betrayed each other. And that's why you guys are the vessels. Like Dean, you're Michael because you're a soldier boy for daddy. And the big brother and Sam, you're obviously Lucifer because you're the little brother that rebels against daddy. But he says he's too afraid to stand up to his family and he's not going to help them. But they do make him bring Cass back.
Okay. So
Yeah. But so
I
it was
like
a
that
fun
scene at the
episode.
end.
The scene at the end.
Yeah, when they have him trapped and he's just like just letting it all out, all
Oh
that
yeah.
frustration.
Yeah. I love I love the trickster as a character in general. Putting aside that he kills people.
Yeah, but
He's a fun character.
he is a fun character. This isn't the last we see of him, so
Nope.
he'll
Not
be
at
back
all.
for more.
But I like this episode a lot because it was both fun and different, but also like we get important information in this episode.
We sure do. He tells them that is their destiny.
Mhm.
They can't escape it,
Yeah.
which is not what they want to hear, but
No, because like I think Sam at least is thinking like, oh, the trickster has so much power, we can levy that against the
mhm,
situation. We just have to convince him. And the reason he has so much power is because he's in the fam.
exactly, exactly. He could have helped out if he really wanted to, but he just
Yeah.
being a punk.
And you never know. We'll have to wait and see what happens because he is like a character that does reoccur. Like I don't remember exactly what happens to him and when he stops reoccurring, but he's been in this is like fourth or fifth episode at this
Yeah,
point.
we see him, I think, a few more times after this.
Yeah,
I don't
he
want to
keeps
look it up. I
popping
don't
up.
want to spoil it, but
Yeah, no, we'll find out. We're all on this journey
yeah,
together.
yes, yes.
But yeah, it's a good season so far. Do you have anything else about this episode?
No, I don't.
Well, we're going to stop it here for now. We will pick up next time with episode 9, which is another kind of fun episode but sad. The real Ghostbusters. And yeah, I'm just like really happy with the season in general. I'm assuming you are as well.
This was a really good season.
Yeah.
This has been a really good season.
And we're not halfway through it yet. So we still
Because,
have more to come.
like I said before, it's like, they finally found their footing. They got the meat
Yeah.
on. It's like,
Yeah.
not to say that the previous seasons weren't good, but this is like
They're in full,
that's full supernatural mode, very
yeah, full,
emotional
yeah,
season. Meaty, that's the word. I
everything's in
can't think.
place. Yeah. Well, listeners, tell us what you thought about episodes 6, 7, and 8. Did we miss anything important? And yeah, let us know on Instagram. Our handle is at Gavin Podcast, or you can email us. The email address is gabinpodcast@gmail.com. And let us know your thoughts. And thanks for listening to Gavin. Go check us out on Instagram, like and follow us. Check out our other episodes. We are on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Feel free to buy us a coffee.
Please do. We need it.
Talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to Gabbing.
Gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.